Ring in the new year. Ring in the new year. Bells are ringing, bells are ringing, bells are ringing, bells are ringing. Peace and love throughout the new year. Peace and love throughout the new year. Joy, 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 joy. Ring in the new year. Ring in the new year. Bells are ringing and bells are ringing. Bells are ringing and bells are ringing. Bells are ringing, bells are ringing. Bells are ringing, bells are ringing. Peace and love throughout the new year. Peace and love throughout the new year. Joy, 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 joy. Bells are ringing and bells are ringing. Bells are ringing and bells are ringing. Bells are ringing, bells are ringing. Bells are ringing, bells are ringing. Peace and love throughout the new year. Peace and love throughout the new year. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning via Zoom or YouTube. I'm Jim Peters, and along with fellow Worship Committee co-chair David Jones, we are so happy that you are with us this morning. David is present in the sanctuary, and I'm participating from at home as we all of us make our way through this latest phase of the pandemic. Thank you for your understanding and your patience as we do our best to offer Sunday morning worship as safely as possible. I welcome you to USNH, a diverse, multi-generational faith community that inspires lives of compassion and generosity, nurtures spiritual growth, cultivates transformative connections, and creates a more just world. We are glad to share worship with you this morning. This is the first of two services this month which will focus on intention setting as we say farewell to the year that was and turn our focus to the present and the future. Later this morning, David and I will be leading a three-part reflection. You may find having paper and a pencil or pen available for that process will be useful. I'd like to thank the USNH folk singers for providing music this week in the sanctuary. And also, the USNH membership team wants you to know this. If you are visiting us for the first time, or perhaps are new enough to USNH that you have questions about Unitarian Universalism and our congregation, join us today for our monthly visitors chat, convening soon after the service. We'll meet in a special Zoom room, and the link to that is already in the chat. You can find it there. The friends, our call to worship this morning is in the words of Thich Nhat Hanh. Waking up this morning, I smile. 24 brand new hours are before me. I vow to live fully in each moment and to look at all beings with eyes of compassion. Come, friends, let us worship together. And now, as David lights the chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition, let us welcome the new year and new possibilities, new perspectives, and new energy it may bring to each and to all of us. May it be so.
Covenant. Covenant lies at the center of how Unitarian Universalists gather in community. We are united not by a particular set of beliefs, but by the promises we make about how we will be together, how we will treat each other, and how we will seek to mend relationships when we fall short of our aspirations. Each week, we recite together a brief version of our covenant. I encourage you to read the full covenant on our website. While the following words express our intentions in writing, our true covenant lives and breathes in our actions. Please join me now in reciting the words that appear in your order of service or in the chat on live stream. We covenant together to create and nurture a culture of respect and kindness, and to engage in the spiritual and everyday practice of loving more generously. To this end, we will strive to be open, value differences, listen deeply, use kind language, speak our truths, work with conflict, seek humor and joy. Now please join us as we sing, and you can sing at home, number 123 from our hymnal, Spirit of Life. I invite you now to join me in holding in our hearts the joy and sorrow of those around you. Closing your eyes and going inward if you are comfortable doing so. Today, some woke with a sorrow so great they asked for the help of this community to carry it. Others woke with a joy so great it must be shared. Due to the COVID upsurge, Yale New Haven Hospital has postponed all elective surgeries. Therefore, Pat Perkins surgery will not take place at this time, which seems like a joy and a sorrow. We keep in our hearts all those who have been alone over the holidays and have not had the solace of family and friends. For the joys and sorrows that have not been spoken, but which remain in the silent sanctuaries of our hearts, we bear witness.
Our spoken meditation this morning is from Thich Nhat Hanh's walking meditation. Take my hand. We will walk. We will only walk. We will enjoy our walk without thinking of arriving anywhere. Walk peacefully. Walk happily. Our walk is a peace walk. Our walk is a happiness walk. Then we learn there is no peace walk, that peace is the walk, that there is no happiness walk, that happiness is the walk. We walk for ourselves. We walk for everyone, always hand in hand. Walk and touch peace every moment. Walk and touch happiness every moment. Each step brings a fresh breeze. Each step makes a flower bloom under our feet. Kiss the earth with your feet.
Every week, we lift up the spiritual value of generosity by taking an offering for the ministries of this congregation. Our community continues, and the need for ongoing support continues as well. While the music plays, I urge you to consider navigating to the usnh.org website and making a donation. Donations can also be sent by U.S. mail, to the Unitarian Society of New Haven, 700 Hartford Turnpike, Hamden, Connecticut, 06517. The offering will now be gratefully received.
I hear a call, now will I answer, forsake my all, to serve another, though darkness falls, say a believer, I hear a call, now will I I see a light such. It lives though I'm gone. I feel a touch. Now will I home. I hear a call from out of nowhere, and from everywhere I go. I see a light. Now will I follow. I feel a touch. Now will I hold. I hear a call. Now will I answer.
Our reading this morning is taken from Thich Nhat Hanh's Silence, the Power of Quiet in a World Full of Noise. Mindfulness is the practice that quiets the noise inside us. Without mindfulness, we can be pulled away by many things. Sometimes we are pulled away by regret and sorrow concerning the past. We revisit old memories and experiences only to suffer again and again the pain we've already experienced. It's easy to get caught in the prison of the past. We may also get pulled away by the future. A person who is anxious and fearful about the future is trapped just as much as one bound by the past. Anxiety, fear, and uncertainty about future events prevent us from hearing the call of happiness, so the future becomes a kind of prison too. Even if we try to be in the present moment, many of us are distracted and feel empty, as if we had a vacuum inside. We may long for something, expect something, wait for something to arrive to make our lives a little bit more exciting. We anticipate something that will change the situation because we see the situation in the present moment as boring, nothing special, nothing interesting. Mindfulness is often described as a bell that reminds us to stop and silently listen. We can use an actual bell or any other cue that helps us remember not to be carried away by the noise around and inside us. When we hear the bell, we stop. We follow our in-breath and our out-breath, making space for silence. We say to ourselves, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing in and out mindfully, paying attention only to the breath, we can quiet all the noise within us, the chattering about the past, the future, and the longing for something more. In just 2 or 3 seconds of breathing mindfully, we can awaken to the fact that we're alive. We're breathing in. We are here. We exist. The noise within just disappears, and there's a profound spaciousness. It's very powerful, very eloquent. We can respond to the call of the beauty around us. I am here. I am free. I hear you. What does I am here mean? It means I exist. I'm really here because I'm not lost in the past, in the future, in my thinking, in the noise inside and the noise outside. I'm here. In order to really be, you have to be free from the thinking, free from the anxieties, free from the fear, free from the longing.
This will be Clearing the Old, which is adapted from the ritual written by Reverend Erica Hewitt. Today, in honor of the new year that we've just begun, we're going to be participating in some rituals: clearing the old, setting a course, and sharing the hope. Hopefully you have 3 small pieces of paper and something to write with nearby. If not, grab them now if you can. And if not, don't worry, we're still going to let you participate. As we give everyone a moment to get what they need, I invite those of you who have a paper to pull one out. Right now, the new year is calling us forward, filled with mystery and possibility. But even as we turn toward that potential, we must also take a final look back at the past year. And my goodness, what a year it was. We must decide what we will hold on to and what we will let go of. So let's take some time in silence to think about what you want to let go of from the past year, what you want to release. Maybe it's a bad memory, a mistake, a limiting belief, a relationship, a habit, or a way of living. What's holding you back? What's getting in the way of you living as fully as you'd like to? Let's take some time now to write a word or a few words, or even draw a picture on the paper. Nobody will see it except you. Now I invite you to say silently or out loud, "I let go," and then tear the paper into pieces or crumple the paper up. If the past year held joy and growth for you, may that sweetness continue to bless you. If the past year held pain and bitterness, may you feel your burdens lifted. And for all the burdens we shared collectively, may we turn towards collective healing. May each of us move forward into the new year feeling lighter, feeling peaceful, feeling whole. Blessed be.
Part 2 of our ritual this morning is setting a course. We've engaged in a ritual of letting go, of releasing from our care some past event or moment, memories we no longer need to carry with us. Now let's shift our attention to the moments that mark the beginnings of cycles, like this day on the forming edge of a new year in the Gregorian calendar. The start of a new year often holds moments of reflection on what lies ahead. Today, in addition to providing some quiet moments of silence for reflection, we're engaging in a ritual of committing to paper our own goals, hopes, and aspirations for the coming year. How will you live with intention in 2022? This is different from making a New Year's resolution, the kind of self-improvement goal we often set up for ourselves with unrealistic expectations and that ends up abandoned within weeks or months. Just as a covenant is not a contract, let what you write today be a resilient intention, not a breakable resolution. Let it be separate from the idea of success or failure. Let it be free from judgment. Let it be something that helps set the course for the year ahead. It could be for yourself, your family, your community, your country, or your world. What you write on the paper is just for you. We will not ask you to share this with anyone. Our hope is that you will put the paper somewhere in a wallet, in the zipper compartment of a backpack, a change purse, a jar in the kitchen, the sock drawer, or just slip it into a pair of sandals you know you'll use next summer. Put it somewhere you'll find in the months ahead when it might come as a surprise, a reminder of this day and time. Perhaps it will prompt a moment of reflection and observation. It may prompt you to write down new goals or intentions that have come into focus. Now let us take time together to be still for some moments to reflect and write an intention, hope, or goal on a piece of paper. I'm setting a timer for a few minutes, and I will let us know when that time passes after about 3 minutes. So let us be together, friends. Thank you. Now take your paper, fold it up, find a place to tuck it away for a few months, and of course, if you haven't finished after the service, take that time to finish it. May it be a source of inspiration throughout the year. Blessed be.
Now that we've released what no longer serves us and set intentions to shape the coming year, it's time to share a word of hope with others. For I know that when we reach beyond the boundaries of our own life, we connect with the spirit of life itself. When we lend out our strength and compassion, then compassion and strength are returned to us 1,000-fold. When we weave a raft upon which possibility travels forth, we are held afloat even through turbulent waters. While the first two parts of today's ritual could remain private, with no one seeing what you wrote but you, in this final part, others will read your words. In fact, this time, that's the whole point. Please take a moment to breathe into your deepest aspirations for your fellow beings and consider the gifts you hope they'll carry with them throughout 2022. I invite you to pull out the third piece of paper now and write a single word or draw a single image that represents your wish for someone else in the coming year. You can pass this paper along to a friend or family member. I also invite you to put your word into the chat on Zoom. As you write down your word and enter it into the chat during the music, send good energy with your wish for all who will receive it. Blessed be. hymn 352. Find a stillness, hold a stillness, let the stillness carry me. Find the silence, hold the silence, let the silence carry me. In the Spirit, by the Spirit, with the Spirit giving power, I'll find true harmony. Seek the essence, hold the essence, let the essence carry me. Let me flower, help me flower, watch me flower, carry me. In the Spirit, by the Spirit, with the Spirit giving power, I'll find true harmony.
As David extinguishes the chalice, would you please read together the words in your order of service? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
And our thoughtfulness and our presence with one another continues. Go forth, cherish the walk that is your life without thinking of arriving anywhere. May that be so, and blessed be.